I'm going to talk about why Democrat ideas are stupid. Almost every single one of them. First, we talk about ethanol. Ethanol, if you don't know, is a corn-based alternative fuel that's supposed to save the market, save the economy, save everything. Lower fuel prices, make everything more green, offset global warming, which isn't happening, by the way. I'll talk about that later, though. Ethanol is being used as a, the renewable fuel source. That's what they want to call it. The Energy Policy Act 2005 required that 4 billion gallons of renewable fuel be used in 2006, and it will grow to yield production 7.5 billion gallons by 2012. And in 2004, the Democrats called for a taxpayer-funded advertising campaign to rescue the image of ethanol-branded petrol. Now, if it's such a great, awesome idea, then why do they need our money to pay for advertising for it if it's the answer to everything? First off, ethanol has a negative energy balance. Yeah, I'm reading some of this stuff off the screen. Who cares? Sue me. I don't care. No, I'm an idiot, just can't figure it out. No, that's all you idiots out there are going to say, but go ahead. Knock yourselves out, because you probably don't even know anything about this. Ethanol is a negative energy balance. Ethanol from corn, switchgrass, and wood biomass require 29%, 50%, and 57% more energy, respectively, to create the ethanol than the energy contained within the fuel. So, basically, say, to produce ethanol would cost like $1.25, and to produce dollars worth of energy, which is not viable, which is stupid. Why would we do that? Second of all, we're burning food for fuel. Starving people all over the world, and we're burning food for fuel, which is idiotic. They care, all the Democrats. We care about the other countries. It's horrible. We need to stop this in Darfur, stop this. And by the way, let's burn all our food sources for fuel. Why can't we give it to them? Why do we have to burn it? Second of all, ethanol requires a lot of energy to make. Now think, if it's made from corn, they got to plow those fields, they got to fertilize them, they got to spray pesticides on them, they got to plant the corn, wait for it to grow, then harvest. All those tractors and all those rigs and everything else you just transport every which way and everything else, they all burn diesel or some sort of other form of gasoline, which is going to make emissions even higher. And then they have to use all the energy to produce it, and since only 20% of our energy in the United States comes from nuclear power, which should be about 100% from nuclear power, since coal is so horrible, you have to use all that coal power, which will massively increase the CO2, so there really isn't any offset in ethanol treatment. Maybe it probably increases CO2 levels because of the amount of energy it takes to increase that. 20% of the total corn crop, 20%, which is a lot of freaking corn, was used to produce ethanol, and offset about 1% of the U.S. oil use. The average U.S. automobile, here's another thing, traveling 10,000 miles a year on pure ethanol, most people travel more than 10,000 miles per year on pure ethanol, not gasoline, ethanol mixed, just pure ethanol. Would need about 852 gallons of corn-based fuel. This would take 11 acres to grow based on a net ethanol production. This in the same amount of cropland requires to feed 7 Americans. So, drive 10,000 miles, feed 7 Americans. If every single automobile in the United States was to drive on pure ethanol, it would take about 97% of U.S. land needed to grow the corn. So, corn would cover almost everything. It'd cover the entire landmass of the United States just for corn, to burn ethanol. It's not viable. It costs more money. It's making corn prices go up and food prices go up. It's people over in third world countries and stuff can't buy the corn because the prices have gone so high, can't buy their maize, and they want to increase ethanol production. It's just not viable at this time. I'm all for it if it's, requires less energy, produces more fuel, lowers gas prices. Yeah, if it's viable, then yeah, go ahead and do it. But it's not. So why do they keep pushing it? Why do they want more and more and more of it? Because it's their idiotic idea. They know it's failing, but they can't say it's failing because they're going to look like bigger idiots than they already are. So they're going to keep going, and we're going to keep getting screwed and have to pay more money for gas instead of drilling for the trillions of barrel oils that's already in the United States. If we were to drill in the United States and off our coast, we would have enough energy enough oil to be completely independent from every foreign country for 67 years, which is plenty of time to come up with good alternative fuel sources, which I'm all for. But until then, let's just drill. It's not going to be everybody's oil leaks, this. Remember the hurricane in the Gulf Coast, Hurricane Katrina, that destroyed all those refineries? How much oil leaked out of those? None. Not a drop. When was the last time, other than a tanker? Yeah, a tanker crashes and spills once in a great while. But how many, refineries go up and blow up, spill oil all over the place and everything else? They don't. So why can't we just drill for our own oil? They're blocking it. It'll take 10 years. The only reason it take 10 years is because of their environmental department that will block any attempt for them to drill, make them go through permits and this and this and this. And of course they won't get it done for 10 years because they'll block every attempt for them to do it. Not to mention, they've been saying it will take 10 years since 1994, 1992, somewhere before the Democrats said, you can't drill, it'll take 10 years. Back when Bill Clinton was president, 1998, take 10 years, no point in drilling before we see any results. Well, it's 2008, we'd be seeing those results now. Keep saying 10 years, of course it's going to take forever. You got to start now. Can't wait. Another thing, the Big Dig in Massachusetts. Well, that was the idea of the brilliantly stupid Dukakis. Senator Dukakis, I'm sure you know who he is. All you liberals out there who kiss his butt first chance because he's so great. He's a moron. He wanted to do the Big Dig. Originally, it was passed by the Senate back in 1990, early or something like that. And Ronald Reagan, being the genius that he was, vetoed it because it's just way too expensive. And, of course, the Congress overrode him and said, oh, it's really great. The caucus is like, yeah, I'm the man, look at this. It was supposed to cost about $2.8 billion to do. And now it's about at $14.6 billion. $2.8 billion. It's the original price tag. Now it's at $14.6 billion. And all that money, federal and state taxes. Your pockets. All you people out there paying for the Big Dig, which was not viable, probably would have been cheaper just to raise the whole city up instead of move this stupid thing down. $14.6 billion. That's way over budget for what they originally had. And they, oh, we're too far along, we got to keep going. So we paid for it. We paid an arm and a leg for it, and we're going to still pay for it. It's just, my God, why can't you people understand this stuff? Now we'll talk about your guy's dream presidential candidate, Barack Obama. An idiot. A big idiot. You think Bush is bad at speaking? You ever heard this guy speak when he was on a teleprompter? He's an idiot. Don't think I'm racist or anything. I would vote for a black president. But this guy just is not. He's just not. He's an idiot. He would destroy this country. Not to mention he lies. Not the butt. Let's see. Lies. Oh yeah, first he said, my father was a simple, impoverished goat herder. Barack Hussein Obama Sr. was a privileged, well-educated youth whose trivial family owned and controlled all tribal land. And then, of course, you guys will say, oh, he's poor to start off with. Became an educated and successful man later in life. No, Barack Hussein Sr. was privileged from the moment of his birth. Being born into the powerful tribal leader, he was graced with an upper-class lifestyle. He later going to be a big man of the tribe and work as a senior economist in the Kenyan government. So, there you go. And he says he understands what it is to be African American. Senator Obama is not African American according to U.S. law. Senator Obama is an heir of America according to U.S. law. And then, guys, Senator Obama's father's from Kenya, black African. Obama was born in America. He says African America. This is his racial background. Senator Obama's racial background consists of the following: 50% white, mother, both sides, 43.25% Arabic, father, both sides, and 6.25% African, father, one side, one generation removed. 12.5% is the legal threshold one must prove to claim racial status under the law. In addition, Senator Obama cannot make the sociological claim as an African American either. He was not raised as an African American and was not raised by African Americans, and was not raised by an African American in an African American neighborhood. So he's 50% white and 43.25% Arabic. So he's either white or Arabic. You take your choice. That should about wrap it up for now. I'll post another video soon on some other stupid things they do, and what we need to do as Americans to offset all the idiocy we see now.